Hey all, this is my fourth time starting this video. We're making a Hocus Pocus spell book for our 18-inch dolls. What you're going to need is you're going to need a little notebook, the mini notebooks. I get these at Dollar Tree for $1.25. They come in a pack of 3. I think you can get them, though, find them at Walmart or even Target, Dollar General. Dollar General, they might even be $1. You're going to need toilet paper. You're going to need either, now this is the Dollar Tree ping pong ball. I'm just getting it started, guys. The Dollar Tree ping pong ball eyeball, or you can use googly eyes. What you have to start with, those, you do have to cut your eyeball. If you get the Dollar Tree ping pong ball eye, you will have to cut it in half. Please get a grown-up to help you if you need to. Be safe about it. It is not easy. My grown-up is Sabrina. She cuts mine for me because I cannot do it. And then, so you want to cut it in half. Then you take the one half, of course, of the eyeball. You're going to glue it onto your spell book. The other half you're going to cut into 2 pieces. One's going to be your eyelid. One's going to be, it's basically going to be your eyelid. So we're going to go ahead, and you can kind of figure out how you want it. If you want it a little bigger, a little smaller, just kind of glue it on to your eyeball there. Now, because I put glue around the edges, I didn't put glue on the top, but you'll be able to do it anyway. Now, if you don't have hot glue, you can use any kind of glue, really. You can use any adhesive kind of glue, super glue. Just know that it will not take as quickly as your hot glue will. Your hot glue does go quicker. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to... I said, this is my 4th time. For some reason, I just decided not to push the record button. I don't know, guys. So I've gone ahead, as you can see. Kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, for me, it reminds me of a mummy eye. I tried to get the blue eyeballs because in the movie, I'm pretty sure Book's eye is green, and I could be wrong with that, but, you know, we'll find out. So, I want to make this so that my dolls will have their book for tomorrow night to watch the movie. So that's what it looks like when you put the 2 ends. You get your, like I said, your eyelid and your eyeball. As you can see, mine is a little crooked. I can still kind of adjust him because he's not completely glued down at the moment. I'm going to hold it for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's my count of 10. And there's my eyeball for my book. Now what do I do? I'm going to take my glue stick, because as you know, there's all the stitching. So we want to make the stitching on the book. Up in the corner, well, one more thing. I forgot, guys. I'm sorry. In the spell book, there is a little spot over here on the side where the snake is. It looks a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a piece of paper. You can cut any, piece of paper that you have. Just cut it down for your spine. So we cut the little piece of paper. I didn't even think about this, guys. I'm really sorry that in the middle of it, it's like, oh yeah. But, that's how my mind works. Like I said, I'm bringing you guys along with me as I do it. So I'm just going to cut it down to fit here. This is where that snake goes. I'm going to glue that on there. Put it right here. And this book is functional, so you can use it for yourself. You can use it for your dolls. I plan to keep this probably in my doll's living room on the coffee table for the holiday. Okay, let's see. And I want to I'm not going to put it right directly on the end there. See? You guys can see, so that I can open and close the book. Now be careful, it is hot. I don't know if you guys can see, I did burn myself earlier this week with my hot glue. I was working on a video of making voodoo dolls out of socks. So, yeah. Anyway, so now we got that. So this here is where that one long snake is in the book, if you guys remember in the book. And what I do here is I kind of going to make a triangle for my snake's head out of the glue. So I'm just going to take a triangle, and I fill in my triangle. I'm going to fill it in here. Okay, got it filled in. Then I'm just going to go down the bottom here, and I'm just going to make squiggly lines. to make it look like a snake body. There's my snake. Easy peasy. Can you guys see? Easy peasy. Okay. Then down here there's another like little snake symbol here. This is where it gets more difficult. So I'm going to do another little triangle, kind of for my head. Fill it in. Oops. And I'm just going to kind of do some circle scrollies down here. Just kind of build it up. There we go. There is another one over here, but because it's such a small book, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So as you guys can see, I just kind of puddled some hot glue there. I'm also going to go ahead and put more glue around the eye, just to kind of build the eye up a little bit, so it's not so like flat on the book. So I'm going to put some more glue here. Basically, your glue is going to give you your bumps and your lumps on the book. So your stitchings and all that. So we've gone ahead and we've built that up there. Now, get that glue off. I'm going to go ahead at this point. Now, you can do it any way you want. You can do them. This is, again, it's your spell book. So you can do it any way you want. Kind of take that off. And since this book, now if you're doing it on a bigger notebook, you can do your stitching a little differently. When I made my own personal one, I did it more as they have it in the book because, of course, the book was bigger and easier to do it on. There are many other tutorials on how to make book on YouTube, and this I cannot take credit for. I found this on Bargain Bethany's YouTube channel. Okay. Now we're going to take our toilet paper or paper towel or just some kind of tissue paper, Kleenexes. I'm going to go ahead because this is such a small one. If you can tear it apart, great. I'm just going to go ahead and push this into my glue. That's what I want. I want it to cover up my glue. This is going to give you the texture of the book. Now, if I was doing it on a big notebook, I would just go ahead and leave the pieces big. But because, again, the notebook is little, I'm doing it this way. I'm just kind of pulling them off and just putting them on my glue. If your glue has dried, that's okay, because you're just going to kind of push it in there. You want your lumps and bumps to come out. You want to be able to feel them under your tissue. And Kleenex may work better because, again, you don't have to, it's not that 2-ply. This is 2-ply toilet paper, and it doesn't do as well. It does. So we're going to go ahead. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. And just kind of, like I said, I'm sticking it in there onto my glue. If you want at this point, you can also do more little lumps and bumps on this one here. And you can put more toilet paper on there. If you want to make, I'm just, at this point, as you can see, I'm just kind of putting some stuff on, guys. And I'm just going to stick it on here. Be careful, because again, it is hot. And this, I said, it's going to give you, make sure you push it down onto your paper, into your glue, though, because you want to get it into your nooks and crannies. And you can kind of feel, you just want to be able to feel your bumps. As I said, you won't be able to see, you can't really see them. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. Here, my snake, here's his head, here's the lumps and bumps. There. And now I'm going to get a little bit more toilet paper and put some up here at the top. You can put more around your eyes. I'm getting glue. You just want to feel, like I said, you want to feel where your lumps and bumps are. I'm going to get a little bit more. And it's because it's not a big one. And I'm going to go ahead and put some more, on my eyeball. I'm going to put my toilet paper down because I'm going to build that eyeball up a little bit. Put a little bit right here just to keep this from coming up. And this is this is actually the fun part, I think, putting the toilet paper on. And it really amazes me how you can feel those lumps and bumps. You guys seen this? I hope you are. Let me pull it back a little bit. There we go. And I said, we're just kind of building them up here. A little bit glue right here. Alright guys, so we're in October now. Do we have our Halloween costumes picked out? I know I've asked you guys that before. But really, please, if my comments are on, let me know. I love Halloween, guys. It's just, I love the idea of just having a good time, having fun. And for me, it's a family holiday. We don't go, you know, I don't go to the out and goof around. I hang out with my family on Halloween. All right. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of push a little more on here because, like I said, I really want to feel my bumps. So when I go to do my paint, all right. So there we go. I don't know if you guys can see. You can kind of see the lumps and the bumps. Now what I'm going to do, you can use any color you want. I've got this Rockwood Red that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's from Americana acrylic paint. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put some down here on my little tray that I have. You can do it a couple different ways. You can do it with a paintbrush. You can do it with a kitchen sponge. I have a blotting. I got this from Dollar Tree. I'm going to get a little bit of my paint. I'm just going to blot. Ink. Now, see how that's coming up? It's okay. You can do a couple different things. You can go in and put some more hot glue to glue it down, if that's what you want to do. It's all up to you. This is your spell book. It's no one else's. It's not Winifred's. It is your book. And you just kind of want to dab lightly. I know at the first one I kind of dabbed a lot. Pull it back. So just do some light dabs with your dabber or your sponge, whatever you want. Now, you see how it's giving that texture? Can you guys see? Let me lift it up. See that texture that's coming in on there? So you just kind of dab. You're going to dab and 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 dab, dab, dab. Basically until you're happy. Until your white's covered up. Now see, I dabbed too much on that side. And just keep dabbing. I like this color. I just feel it has that leathery look to it. It's up to you. Okay, so we're going to keep dabbing. I'm going to stop dabbing at this. Well, no, I need to keep dabbing. Sorry. So we're just going to dab. Keep dabbing, guys. It takes a minute. It's not fast. As you can see, it does take a minute. But when it's done, the look that you have is just so cool. You just have such a cool little book of your own little spell book. I thought I had one, Sabrina's, that I had made her, a big one I could show you guys the finished product. I know in a haul I showed you guys my big one and how that came out. Now see my glue, I admit it, I'm coming up. So I'm going to put some more glue around here just to kind of hopefully it'll just kind of, because remember her book is made of the skin of children, is what they say in the movie. It's okay. So we're dabbing and dabbing and dabbing and dabbing and dabbing. And then you guys, you get the idea. You're just going to dab it and dab it and dab it until you're happy with it. You can leave some of this white. You can dab the whole thing. And I'm going to kind of bring it up if you guys can see where that hot glue is leaving some kind of like textures. So you just keep going. And then we're going to go ahead after we do this, and if you have a marker, if you have a Sharpie, you can do it with paint. You're going to go ahead and do your little stitches that she has on the book, that's on the book. And then too, if you want, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use, let me do some paint. Gotta find a brush. So now that I did some dabbing, and this is your book, so do it your way. Now I'm getting a paintbrush so I can dab. I'm still doing dabbings. I'm not painting. I'm just dabbing. And I'm dabbing in the spots I couldn't get with my dauber or my sponge. And I'm just going to dab. You can put more toilet paper on the eyeball. You can do any, any way you want. Build it up to your satisfaction, basically, till you're happy. Okay, so, and as you can see, it's giving that texture on the book. It's giving you, if you don't have this color and you have a red, you can mix brown with it. Like, do the red first and then put a little brown, or do it with a brown and maybe a tan. There, you can do, even if you wanted to have a pastel-y book, make a pastel-y spell book. You can make your spell book any way you want. I'm going to put, now, I'm going to lift it up to show you guys so far. See? So you can see the texture in there. That eyeball is driving me crazy. I'm going to turn it this way because I need to get this eyeball because it is just too white. Too white for my liking. Now, she also, I did not realize this, that the book is locked by, like, hands. I'm assuming they're children's hands. So you could get, if you wanted to, some kind of lock, some kind of hands. I'm going to put some more over on this edge. I want some more glue on there. And I'm just going to, again, I'm just dabbing. Dab, 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 dab. I don't mind the white, because to me, I feel it just kind of gives it that older, it just gives it a good, it's just that look. It's just that textured look. You're getting that look. You could even, if you wanted this for yourself, like I said, you could keep this in your purse, in your backpack, for a little notebook to make notes on. Could you see going to school and pulling out your own book? How cool would that be? Especially after the movie, and please God, I am praying. Well, I'll have to do a review afterwards. Now at this point, you can add different colors to give different textures. I'm just going to do a little here, a little circle here. One thing just looking at it, it's like, I feel like it needs like some yellow maybe. Just, I don't know. But I'm going to leave it this way. This is how I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to do the one color. Do my dabbings, get my dabs in there. I still got some white, so that's, I don't think it's ever, I mean, it will get completely covered up. So, let me do this. I hope you guys are enjoying these, me doing them with you, or having you guys come along as I do it, so you can see my failures in real time, and know that I am just like I said, I am just a crafter. I mess up just like everybody else. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Okay, so I've gone ahead now. As you can see, I have painted my book, right? I've got my eyeball, got everything. I'm going to go ahead, though. I've got some of these pieces of toilet paper hanging off that I don't like. I'm just going to take my scissors. You can go around, and I'm just going to go around and cut off the parts I don't like about it. If you're a Harry Potter person, you'd rather just make a spell book in general, and you want it to look kind of withered and worn, this is a good way to do it. Okay. You can see I've got some of the paper, so it's all right. No problem. Now, I want to get those, like, the stitches. I'm going to use, I have this, I don't know why I like this one so much. It is from Hobby Lobby again. It's called Boardwalk, and I think it's by Decor. I'm going to take this one brush that I have. It's a little more pointy, a little more stiff. And I'm just going to draw some stitches. Okay. So let's do that. So I'm going to get some paint from my lid, because you don't need a lot. And then just like over those little glue, where I did the hot glue paints, I'm just going to do some stitching. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm sorry. I have to pat myself on the back. I am loving how this came out. I wasn't sure with it being a smaller book how it would work. Oh, my. This came out, I think, better than my first one that I did for myself. Which, I don't know if you heard, I'm going to make it into like a recipe book. So, you know, kind of like a spell book, but it's going to be recipes. We don't have, like, family recipes. I wish I had a family recipe book of my grandmother's recipes. And you guys see, I'm just doing it at my stitching wherever I feel I want it. Because as you can see, my snake did get kind of covered up. He did get covered up, but that's all right. Or if you're going as the Sanderson sisters for trick or treat, this would be a little something you could carry with you. Wouldn't be that big. I've seen people make brownies. It's basically the same concept, like the same design, but they just do it with frosting. Let's see, what else could you do? You could actually make a trick-or-treat bag with this. Guys, I am loving this. I hope you're liking this. I hope you're enjoying this and having a blast making one. That is one of my projects that keeps falling down. We got a little windy. We got some wind coming in from the Florida storm, so I hope everyone is okay. I'm going to put a couple little dots here on my, you know, it's starting to look like a sunshine. Good morning, sunshine. I know some of you are too old to even know that one. All right, guys. I think my book is about done. And you can, I said, go in and just have fun. Have mom, dad, brother, sister get messy with you. Just get messy, guys. So this is my Winifred Sanford spell book for my 18-inch dolls. You guys will see it in the dollhouse because we will be doing a Halloween tour of the dollhouse. I'm going to pick it up so you guys can see it better. I'll pick you guys up so you can see me even. Hey, here I am. See my skull? These I got at Walmart, guys. They're just little barrettes. All right, so let's turn this, bring this up so you can see. And that took, what, 35 minutes? What do you think, guys? There is my little 18-inch doll Hocus-pocus spell book. I hope you are all having a great October. I hope you're being kind to yourself, being kind to others. If you're on fall break, I hope you're having a blast. If you went on fall break, I hope you had a blast. And we are so appreciative of you guys. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you to our old subscribers. I can't believe we're almost to 300. I'm just like, my goal was to get to 500 this year, so we'll see. We'll see. So, keep watching. Keep loving yourself. We love you. You're special. You are great. Like, subscribe, share. Let people see how you can make this for your dolls. I think that people would really enjoy seeing this. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe. We'll see you on the flip side. And Hocus Pocus.